Hello bead lovers, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial we'll be making a very simple and cute bucket bag. The materials you need are kite beads, 0.8 mm pearl beads, yori beads or pearl beads in size 12, any type of pearl bead in size 12 of your choice. I'm making use of yori, you just need one of it, fishing line 0.60 mm, and of course your cutter. So let's not waste time, let's get right into it. Start, you cut a length of fishing line you are comfortable to work with. It does not have to be too long and too short, okay? Just cut the length you be comfortable to work with. Okay. Then you make sure that both ends of your fishing line are equal. You make sure that both ends are equal in this manner. Then you pick 8 size 8 mm pearl. 8 of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we have 8 size 8 mm in the fishing line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then the 8th one is what you'll be making a crisscross with. Okay, to understand a crisscross, your right fishing line goes towards the left, which is already done, and your left fishing line goes towards the right. Then you have something like this. You're still making sure that both ends of your fishing line are equal. Then you drag it down. So this is what you have. You pull your work tight. This is what you have. Moving on, you want to make sure that both ends of your fishing line are still equal. You join it together, making sure that they are still equal, like this. Then you pick this size 12 pearl bead. You can make use of any size 12 pearl bead of your choice. You can make use of any size 12 pearl bead of your choice, but I'm making use of yori bead. Okay, you can make use of pearl bead of size 12. Okay, just one of it. Then you fix it into both fishing line. Okay, let me do that again. So I make sure that both ends of my fishing line are equal. Then I fix my size 12 into the two fishing line at once. So this is what I have. This is what I have. So moving on, you want to fix the size 12 in the middle like this. Like this. Then you separate your fishing line. Okay. Then you make a crisscross with this bead facing the size 12 pair. Okay. So to make a crisscross with this bead here, my right fishing line goes towards the left, and my left fishing line goes towards the right. Okay. I put tight. Make sure that it fits. So this is what I have. This is what I have. I have something formed like a little flower. Okay, something like a little flower formed. So moving on, we want to weave around this 8 pearl bead. So moving on my left fishing line, I pick 3. So my left fishing line, I pick 3 kite beads. Fix it on my left fishing line. 1, 2, 3. Then I make a crisscross with the third one. So this is what I have. So I have this. Moving on, my right fishing line goes towards this bead, this next bead. My right fishing line goes into the next bead. And since my fishing line is coming out of 1 pearl bead and 1 kite bead, I only need to pick 2 kite beads. on my left fishing line. So I pick 2 kite beads on my left fishing line, 1, 2, and I make a crisscross with the second one. So I'll make a crisscross with the second one. This is what I have. Moving on, I'm repeating the same process. My right fishing line goes into the next pearl. Since my fishing line is coming out of 2 beads already, what I need to pick is just 2 kite beads, I mean. So I'm picking 2 kite beads on my left fishing line, 1, 2, then I make a crisscross with the second one. Please, as you're making the crisscross, make sure you're pulling tight, okay? It's very, very important to pull tight. Okay. So I'll be making this same pattern I did of fixing my right fishing line into the pearl bead. Then I pick 2 kite beads. So I'll be repeating the same pattern till I get to this last bead here. Okay. So I'll be doing that off camera. So I'm right here at the last bead picked, at the last bead standing, I mean. The last bead standing from the ring of 8 beads. So what I want to do now is I fix my fishing line into the last round bead here. Okay. As well as this first bead, this first kite bead. All right, so my fishing line is coming out of 3 beads. Can you see? My fishing line is coming out of 3 beads. 1 kite bead on the left, 1 pearl bead in the middle, then 1 kite bead on the right. Okay, so what I need to complete my circle of 4 is just 1 kite bead, which I'm making a crisscross with. Okay. So this is what I have. So this is the base of our bag that we just formed. What we just formed is the base of our bag. Now we want to start weaving the body. To do that, we are picking 1 size 8 pearl bead first, then 1 kite bead next, then 1 size 8 pearl bead. Okay, on the left fishing line. Okay, 1 size 8 pearl, 1 kite bead, then 1 size 8 pearl, and you make a crisscross with the size 8. So this is what I have. This is what I have. So moving on, my right fishing line goes into this next kite bead. Okay. Then I pick 1 pearl and 1 kite. Since my fishing line is coming out of this pearl already, so I don't need to fix any pearl again. I'm just going to pick 1 kite bead. Okay, then 1 pearl bead. So the pearl bead is what I'm making a crisscross with. So this is what I have. Moving on, I'm repeating the same process again. My right fishing line goes into the bead next to it, into the next kite bead. Then I pick 1 kite and 1 pearl. 1 kite, 1 pearl. 1 kite and 1 pearl. Then I make a crisscross with the pearl. Okay. Moving on, my right fishing line goes into the bead next to it. Sorry. Then I pick 1 pearl and 1 kite. Okay, so 1 kite goes, then 1 pearl. Okay, so I'm going to be repeating this process till I get to this last bead here. I'm right here at the last bead from the base. So what I want to do next is I fix my right fishing line into the last bead here, as well as the first pearl bead. Okay, so since my fishing line is coming out of 3 beads already, 1 pearl, 1 kite, then 1 pearl, what I need to complete the ring of 4 beads is just 1 kite, which I'm making a crisscross with. Please make sure you're pulling tight. Okay, so this is what I have. We have one base formed, one body of the bag formed. So moving on, we want to start another row. To start another row, we'll pick 1 pearl on the left fishing line, 1 kite, and 1 pearl. Okay, then we'll make a crisscross with a pearl. Okay, so moving on, my right fishing line goes into the bead next to it. I pick 1 pearl and 1 kite, but my kite goes in first, then 1 pearl, and I make a crisscross. So moving on, my right fishing line goes into the bead next to it. I pick 1 kite and 1 pearl, so kite goes in first, then 1 pearl, and I make a crisscross. Moving on, my right fishing line goes into the bead next to it. I pick 1 kite first on the left fishing line and 1 pearl, and I make a crisscross. So I'm going to be repeating this same process till I get to the last bead standing here. Now I'm right here at the last bead. So what I want to do now is fix my right fishing line into the last bead and the first size 8 pearl. Then I pick 1 pearl bead and make a crisscross. So this is what I have. So moving on my left fishing line, I pick 1 pearl, 1 kite, and 1 pearl. So I'm starting a new row now. So I pick 1 pearl, 1 kite, and 1 pearl, and I make a crisscross with the pearl. Moving on, my right fishing line goes into the bead next to it. I pick 1 pearl. I pick 1 kite, sorry about that. Then 1 pearl, and I make a crisscross with the pearl. Please, as you're making a crisscross, make sure you're pulling tight. So moving on, my right fishing line goes into the bead next to it. I pick 1 kite and 1 pearl, and I make a crisscross with the pearl bead. Moving on, my right fishing line goes into the bead next to it. I pick 1 pearl, 1 kite on my left fishing line, then 1 pearl on my left, and I make a crisscross. Moving on, my right fishing line goes into the bead next to it. I pick 1 kite on my left and 1 pearl, and I make a crisscross. Moving on, my right fishing line goes into the bead next to it. Pick 1 kite on my left and 1 pearl, and I make a crisscross. but my fishing line is short, so I'll be passing my fishing line around now. And to do that, just like I did for the beaded card wallet, so I'm just going to be passing my fishing line around my work in a zigzag manner. So I'll be doing that now. Now I'm done passing the fishing line around. What I want to do now is to cut a new fishing line and fix it into my work. Okay, please make sure you cut the length of fishing line you're comfortable to work with. I'm trying to locate where I stopped. Okay, I think this is where I stopped. All right, so wherever you stop, it might be here or here. So wherever you stop, you can just, if it's at the pearl side you stop, you can just fix your fishing line at the pearl side. But I stopped here. Okay, so at the pearl side, that is where I'll be fixing my fishing line. Okay, so in case you stop your work here and you already weave around your bag, you already weave around your bag and you already close the row. So you just need to fix your fishing line in the pearl, in the kite bead, I mean. You just fix your fishing line in the kite bead, then you start a new row. But for me, I stopped at the pearl side, so I'll be fixing my fishing line on the pearl side. Okay, and I'll make sure that both ends of my fishing line are equal. Please, it is very, very important for you to cut the length of fishing line you can work with, so it can be convenient for you to work. Okay, both ends of my fishing line are equal, so I'm just going to be repeating the same process. So my right fishing line will go into the next kite bead. All right, so I pick one kite and one pearl. One kite, one pearl. Remember, I just fixed a new fishing line, so I have to make sure that both ends of my fishing line are still equal. Okay, so this is the last bead standing. This is the last bead standing, so I'll be fixing my right fishing line into the last pearl bead, kite bead I mean, and as well as the first pearl bead. Then I pick one kite bead which I'm making a crisscross with. I'm still making sure that both ends of my fishing line are equal. Okay, so this is what I have. The fourth row is formed. No, I mean the third row is formed. 1, 2, 3. So we want to move to the fourth row now. So to do the fourth row, I'm still repeating the same process. I pick one pearl on my left, one kite on my left, then one pearl, and I make a crisscross with the pearl since I'm starting a new row. Okay. Please make sure you are also arranging it with your hand. As you are fixing your bead, make sure you are arranging with your hand. Okay. So moving on, my right fishing line goes into the bead next to it. Then I pick one kite on my left, then one pearl, and I make a crisscross. So I'm going to be repeating this same process till I get to this last bead here. So I'm right here at the last bead standing. So I'm fixing my fishing line into my right fishing line into the last bead standing, as well as the first pearl. Okay, so I pick one bead and make it one kite bead and I make it crisscross. Okay, so this is what we have so far. I already did 4 rows. Let's count together. This is how you count. One, you count by pearls. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I already did 4 rows. And we need 10 rows. Okay, we need 10 rows. So I'll be making the remaining 6 rows off camera. I'm right here at the 10th row, and this is what I have so far. This is what my work looks like so far. So let's count it together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the body of our bag, and I decided to stop at the 10th row. You can actually level up to any row you want, but I'm okay with this 10th row. So we want to form our handle now, and to do that, if you still have a fishing line, excess fishing line, it's fine. But if you don't have any excess fishing line, you just have to cut a new one, then you fix it into one part of the kite beads up, just like this, just like as it is here, more like you want to start a new row. Okay, but since I still have a fishing line, some excess fishing line left from the body of my bag, so I don't need to cut a new fishing line. But if you want to cut a new fishing line, you just cut a new fishing line and fix it on one part of the body of the bag. I hope you understand. Okay, so what we want to do now is we are picking 2 kite beads. We fix one of it on the left, another on the right. Then we have this. So we have this. Moving on, we join both of our fishing line together. Okay, then you pick kite beads as much as you can. For the handle, I don't want to give you a specific number. You can just pick as much as you want for the kite bead. 2, 3. Okay, so I'll be picking 4. 3, 4. You can pick more than 4 actually. So remember that both 4 beads are going into the fishing line at the same time. Okay, they are going into the fishing line at the same time. Then I separate my fishing line again. I pick 2 kite beads. I fix one on my left, another on my right. Now what I want to do next is I want to count now. From this side we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 1 1 in the middle. Okay, or we should count to get all together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Since I have one of my handle in one of the beads already, we have 1 here. So what I want to do now is, after separating my fishing line, so I want to fix my right fishing line into this bead here, into this bead facing this one. If you understand. So my right fishing line will go towards the left. I will be making a crisscross with this bead here. So my right fishing line will go towards the left, and my left towards the right, just as we used to make a crisscross. Then I pull tight. Then I pull as tight as I can. This is very, very important because this is the handle, so you have to pull as tight as you can. So this is what I have. Now what I want to do next is I want to pass my fishing line back into the handle, and this is what I will be doing. My right fishing line will be going into the bead on the right, and my left fishing line will be going into the bead on the left. Okay, so I have this. I have this. What I want to do now is I'll be joining my fishing line together. Okay, it's for me to be easy. So I'll be joining the ends of my fishing line together, and I'll be passing it around the 4 beads I picked, just like I did previously. So So we have done passing the fishing line, these 2 fishing lines around the 4 beads. What I want to do now is separate my fishing line again. Okay, then my right fishing line goes into the bead on the right. Then my left fishing line goes into the bead on the left. And the final step for me to do is to pass, because the holes are tiny. I would have advised you go one more time, but the holes are tiny, so it won't be able to go one more time. So what we want to do next is we pass the excess fishing line round the body of our bag. And we are done. I've passed my fishing line around to lock everything in, and here's the final look of our beautiful bucket beaded bag. And that's it for today's tutorial. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you found this helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.